The story I'm about to tell you is true. Parents victims reach out to me and they wanted to know if there's any way we can help. Our story starts with Steve Daniello. He was a officer for 30 years with Coconut Creek PD in Florida. Prior to that, he was just 21 years old and he was married with a child on the way. During that time, he had an affair with a 15-year-old, then left his pregnant wife for this 15-year-old that he groomed and who he ends up marrying. He owned a towing business where he'd be out all night having consensual, non-consensual relationships. And by the way, Carolyn knew of these relationships and she would be very angry, kick him out, but he'd find his way back in. Anyway, they moved to Florida to get a fresh start, and that's where he became an officer. And while he was an officer, he was doing the same thing where he'd go out having consensual and non-consensual relationship, this time with underage girls, with minors, with children. What's also disturbing is that Carolyn ran an at-home daycare business and she was aware of this happening. But no one else was. She gets a job as a kindergarten teacher, and Steve retires as a police officer after 30 years and becomes a school resource officer for the same school that her wife is a kindergarten teacher at. And the same school where the police set up a sting where they catch Steve Daniello trying to solicit a minor for inappropriate photos. He is now a sex offender and he goes to jail for 15 months. But after his arrest, revelations came out of the previous girls he had molested and raped. These were children and relatives and also friends of those children. But unfortunately, some of his victims have passed the statute of limitations. Now, there was a case opened by the Coral Springs Police Department. It was closed because they said they don't have enough evidence to obtain a conviction. However, another case was opened in early December with the Cape Coral Police Department. That one is pending. This family here is trying to sue Steve Daniello. As you can see, all monies will be used towards holding him accountable. This man can't possibly get away with a lifetime of harming women, harming girls, harming children, and only ever see 15 months of jail. And by the way, here he is on Instagram if you want to say hi. Please donate to this GoFundMe that I'm going to put in my link tree in my bio to help this family get justice. And hopefully we can try to hold Steve accountable.